Welcome to the only daily podcast focusing on compliance news of the day. Each morning, start your day with a cup of coffee and Tom Fox, the voice of compliance, to hear about 4 of the top compliance, corruption, or leadership stories you will need to start your day. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.
First, a word from this month's sponsor, Ethico.
In the delicate arena of compliance, every conversation matters. Traditional methods can leave callers feeling unheard, but Ethico changes the game. Our empathetic interview technique reshapes compliance calls into powerful, compassionate interactions, ensuring no crucial detail is missed. It's about creating a conversation that matters, that resonates, that makes a difference. Be the change in your compliance approach. See the transformation for yourself at ethico.com/CPN. Book a demo, try our free ROI calculator, and explore the white paper by Tom Fox, The ROI of Compliance.
The Daily Compliance News for July 15, 2024, the window dressing edition. We begin with that story from the Financial Times, which reports that diverse lawyers are being used as, quote, window dressing, end quote, in client pitches. Minority lawyers at the largest U.S. firms are being used in initial meetings only to be subsequently excluded from work. Nearly a third of those responding, mostly from minority backgrounds, said they've been included early on but cut off from subsequent contracts. Several lawyers reported their images were used in client pitch decks without their knowledge. Well, window dressing indeed. Big Law's got a long way to go. Our second story from the Financial Times is that South African's Julius Malema faces new corruption allegations. The leader of South Africa's radical economic freedom fighters is facing new allegations of corruption that could cause further political turmoil following the election. The allegations come from the former chair of VBS Mutual Bank, which collapsed in 2018. The allegations that Malema and his deputy benefited from $110 million stolen from the bank first emerged 6 years ago, and it's been there since. From Boston.com, a first-time contributor to the Daily Compliance News, it reports that Steward Health is under federal investigation for potential FCPA violations. According to the DOJ, is looking into possible corruption in the Dallas-based healthcare's overseas business activity. The Steward has confirmed it's cooperating, but has had no further comment. The probe is the latest in the ongoing turbulence for the embattled Steward, who struggled with financial problems and staffing issues at its healthcare center. The company, which runs 30 hospitals nationwide, has also filed for bankruptcy protection. The federal probe focuses on, obviously, hospitals outside the United States. And our final story comes to us from the New York Times as Marathon Oil agrees to a record-setting fine for its methane pollution, agreeing to pay $241 million to resolve allegations in unlawfully emitted methane. Under the proposed settlement, the company will pay the fine and a penalty. Marathon also agreed to spend $177 million to reduce future reductions of methane, or give future reductions in North Dakota. The record-setting fine is one that is probably long overdue, and something that the Biden administration can certainly point to as its attempts to fix the excesses of big oil. Mentioned at the start of this podcast, this month's sponsor for the entire Compliance Podcast Network is Ethico. Have you ever wondered how to show the ROI of your compliance program? Have you struggled with the budgeting process, getting the funds you want for your compliance program? Well, I've partnered with Ethico to put together a white paper on the ROI of compliance, which shows you not only how to demonstrate ROI, but also how to speak finance when you're sitting across from the CFO with your budget proposals. Check out the website and get the white paper. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.